The Last Stand Aftermath is a zombie survival roguelite that went for free on Epic Games between September 19th and September 26th. If it's still free, if it's still within that time frame, go ahead and snag it. It's real good. For those not interested in an in-depth analysis of what some random person on the internet thinks about this game and just want the consensus, it's a fun game, and it's most definitely worth snagging. The game has good aesthetics and maintains good style throughout the amount of the game that I've played so far. Any inconsistencies are not big enough in magnitude to break immersion or even be noticeable to me. Anything too ugly or bad is excused by the wastelandish style, so it's really in suit and fits in. Outstandingly positive aspects are things like how the environment melts away, cowering and shaking and peeing in its boots so that the player can see their character. It's a nice visibility touch. It really helps a lot with the gameplay. The idea of a zombie apocalypse is a dead horse that's so relentlessly bludgeoned that it can't reanimate itself, not even in a zombie game. So the unique central idea of the game really serves it well. The basic premise is that the player is an infected survivor whose death is inevitable, sacrificing their life for the betterment of the colony. This provides an outstanding explanation for a lot of the gameplay elements that are included within the game, such as the roguelite nature of the game. You have some progress kept between runs, but not all of it. There's still like permadeath and stuff. I think the concept is generally well crafted and really good. The gameplay is definitely well crafted and made in close conjunction with the core concept. They were most certainly developed with one another kept in mind, and there's more synergy in their combination than the hairy and abrasive Velcro pieces stuck together. The control system is definitely built with gamepads in mind, which was difficult at first for a chronic KBM player like myself, but it's easy enough to learn and get used to. I started the game an absolute noob who couldn't aim. Tell you, I missed. I'm a missing Andy. And now I'm a Turkish Olympic sharpshooter. I cannot miss. So many of you. I'm so good at aiming. The primary objective for each bit is simple. Get in, get the fuel, and get out. And anything you get along the way will help you reach the end. It doesn't look too action-packed at first, but don't let that drive you off. You're on a time limit, so once you can afford to go fast, you should go fast, and the action will follow suit. The sound design is real interesting. There are a lot of sounds that I recognize. It's not necessarily a bad thing, though. Just the same, the unarmed combat sounds are goofy, but I think that adds to the overall experience. The slapping sounds are more golf claps than anything, and it sounds like The Slap, if anyone's familiar with that video. I cannot overstate how much I appreciate how they did the dialogue, though. There's just enough redundant dialogue that the player can come back with context clues and gather things they missed or forgot. But it does so without like locking the player into a drudge of front-loaded exposition or anything like that. And it does it without, too much hand-holding, which is great. They let players exit out of unwanted dialogue, stuff that was entered by accident, maybe. It saves a lot of time, and it completely avoids the Pokécenter situation, which was my biggest complaint about the Pokemon series, where you go into a Pokécenter and wait for 4 years for them to heal your Pokemon, get a college degree in the time it takes, grow old, buy a house, have a family, and die. Overall, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. There's nothing really bad about it. There are just some games that are so vibes, some games that are just so good that I need to save some points for those, you know what I mean? So, yeah, a total of 7 out of 10. P.S. If you want to see the gameplay live, I have a Twitch channel at twitch.tv/OmegaNaze. If you're unable to make it to the streams, I do have a VODs channel as well. That's going to be youtube.com/OmegaNaze, I think, at OmegaNaze. I'll have the link in the description. And there will also be more input on free games from Epic on this channel as well, so stay tuned for that if you enjoy. Alright, that's it. Have a wonderful time, fellas.